Today I have for you 4 weird and or overpriced and or actually pretty good Adidas products with a total retail value of $1,020. All of these products, by the way, you can purchase for yourself by checking out the review pages linked in the description, where you'll find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes to pick them up below their normal retail prices, if for some reason you actually want some of these. So I guess we'll start with the good and kind of make our way towards the weird, with really the one product that out of this entire pack I think most people would legitimately be interested in, the Adidas Predator 19.1 ADV, which of course is the Mania themed Predator 19.1 in white, black, and red. Which, by the way, does include a string bag with this. It's actually the string bag that you would get with the Predator 19 Plus, but they're including it with the Predator 19.1 this time around. It gets a rating of 19.1 out of 32. Now, of course, this entire Predator themed collection is focused around the Predator Mania remakes in red and what they're calling metallic silver, but what is pretty clearly gray. Excellent football boots, by the way, a little bit pricey, but you get what you pay for with those. This is, however, a variant of the Predator 19.1 that is different in that it does feature a kangaroo leather upper, which is not new for the Predator 19.1. I want to say about a month or two back, I actually made a review of a blackout pair, mostly blacked out, that did have kangaroo leather at the front as well. These are a little bit different in that you can see they did the embossing to kind of mimic the stitching pattern that you would find on a pair of Predator Manias on the outside, and it doesn't have the normal kind of ridge texturing that a Predator would have, but the segmentation is the same. You can see the seam for the kangaroo leather basically from here forward all the way through the toe box, and then it cuts off at this point right here. Super soft, super thin, really does feel very premium, similar to what you'd find on the Copa 20 Plus right now, which is not a bad thing. And then it of course does feature the very noticeable Predator Mania elements, but they're pretty much just stickers on the surface that don't actually provide any extra grip, so purely cosmetic. It would have been very cool to have actually gotten real Predator striking elements. I think that would have made these boots pretty incredible, but as it stands, it's basically a Predator 19.1 with a kangaroo leather forefoot, which is not a bad thing. And what's also interesting about this is it retails for $220, which is weird because these are limited and actually less expensive by $5 than a regular colorway of the Predator 19.1, and it doesn't really make a lot of sense given the prices of the rest of the pack, which you guys will see in just a second. Everything else about this boot is just straight up Predator 19.1, so nothing new to talk about, although it is a little bit unusual to have a wearable finish on a Pred 19.1, which these ones do. I think they look cool, they're priced fairly, and if you like what you see, I'd get them. Which brings us to this, the Predator 19 Plus ADV, the laceless variation of what I just showed you that doesn't retail for the normal $275. In fact, they are way more expensive than a regular pair of Predators, retailing for $350. So just in case you weren't following, it is $220 for the laced version and $350 for the laceless one. How that decision was made, well, don't worry though, there's more. You do get a shoehorn to help with putting the boots on. I'm not sure who actually uses these. And they also include a string bag, which is the same one you would get with the $220 version. The normal Predator 19 Plus string bag gets a rating of 7 out of 35. For $350, it sucks. However, in fairness to Adidas, there is a pretty significant difference between the laced and laceless versions of the Predators in this Mania pack. Yes, you get leather on the Predator 19.1, but it's only in the forefoot. On the laceless 19 Plus, the leather spans basically from the heel all the way through the midfoot, all the way through the forefoot and toe box area, and then cuts off at pretty much the exact same point here on the medial side, meaning that pretty much the entirety of the upper is made out of this very soft kangaroo leather that again is very similar to what we've seen on the laceless Copa model. So really, really nice, very, very comfortable, and interesting to have a full leather laceless boot that isn't a Copa. Do I think it's as good as the Copa? Definitely not, and I don't think that the extra price, even if you really like the Predator form factor, is necessarily worth it. But as an overall product, not considering price, it is pretty solid and the boots feel quite good. Although I think from a lockdown and general performance standpoint, the regular version of the Predator 19 Plus with the full prime knit upper and the forged knit through the midfoot just feels a little bit better. Now, of course, this is in the classic black, white, and red Predator colorway, which I think looks really good. Obviously, the wearable finish on the sole plate as well. You're going to find the Predator Mania kind of embossed stitching lines here on the lateral side. And again, the Mania striking element, but it's just stickers on the surface with some very, very minor texturing, not something that you can actually feel on the ball and not an actual striking element. If that were a rubberized striking element with the kangaroo leather, honestly, I think the $350 retail price, while I think it's too steep to begin with, maybe would have been a more justifiable price tag for more people. But as it is right now, it's cool to get a full leather Predator 19 Plus, especially with the quality of leather that they've given us here. But for the money, man, I just don't think so. I'll pay $350 for an OG Predator Mania remake, but I'm not paying $350 for a Predator 19 Plus in a Mania costume. Which actually brings us to my personal favorite item of the 4 that I'm showing you in today's video, although it is kind of a weird one. It's a Predator Mania upper on an Ultra Boost outsole. And for those that did not understand, yes, this is a kangaroo leather upper from a football boot that originally came out in 2002, sitting on top of the Ultra Boost running shoe outsole, bearing a retail price of $250. And you don't even get a string bag. Now let me be clear in saying that this is a sneaker designed for casual wear. While it is a high quality kangaroo leather Predator Mania upper, the overall fit of this boot, the stability that it's going to provide, and really this Ultra Boost outsole, I guess if you really wanted to use these as running shoes, you could technically do that, but to actually try and sprint and cut and stop very quickly while wearing these boots, your ankles might not like you very much, let's just say that. So this is really designed for casual wear, and as a casual wear product, I think it's kind of weird to be walking around in some Predator Manias. You really gotta be a hardcore Predator fan to rock these, but as a collector's item, I just think that it's something very, very cool. I love the colorway, and I think it's made up. I don't think it's an OG colorway, but I could be wrong on that because there were some weird kind of one-off colorway variations of the Mania that only released in certain countries. Maybe this is one of those, I'm not entirely sure, but I love the quality of it. It is as one-to-one as far as the reconstruction is concerned that you found on those red Manias, the FG versions that actually released as football boots. What I like about the finish of the leather on this one is it has that kind of semi-gloss look to it, which I think is why the red ones end up looking a little bit plasticky in person as well as in pictures, because they do have kind of more of a matte finish. This kind of semi-gloss I think makes the boots look a lot more premium. It has the real striking elements there in gray, which is cool. And really the only modification to the upper that you'll find is the Velcro that they've added to the underside of the flap as well as on the tongue, because obviously you can't have a strap going underneath your foot. It would just kind of scrape off as you're walking around, because again, these are made for casual wear. And then of course the outsole from the Ultra Boost, as well as the Boost midsole, same outsole you're used to seeing as well, is all featured there with the Continental rubber. As a casual wear product, they are very, very comfortable. To actually play in, I wouldn't recommend it. I really want to wear them out, but at the same time, I don't. Which brings us to the final and by far the weirdest boots slash sneakers slash things that you'll see in this video. They are the Predator 19.1 TRLTR, which as you can see are, for the bargain price of $200, you can have yourself a black, white, and red Predator 19.1 with kangaroo leather through the forefoot and toe box upper, sitting on top of a red and black Boost You Wear basketball shoe outsole. What a product. From a creativity standpoint, it's a 10 out of 10 because you're getting this Predator Mania slash modern Predator hybrid with the upper, including kangaroo leather, on this extremely chunky and quite frankly very strange looking to the untrained eye basketball outsole that does actually include black colored boost here at the heel, with the logic of using this particular outsole being that it has a split sole just like the OG Predator Mania. So there is some method to the madness with this particular product, and as far as actually playing in these as football boots or as basketball shoes, if you really wanted to, I suppose that you could. The outsole is more performance oriented and so is the upper, but the general construction of the two coming together seems to be geared more towards casual wear, especially when you get to the heel, where there really isn't any added structure. There's no heel counter or anything like that. So the boot towards the rear area, or the shoe, I don't even know what to call this, it's just a little bit flimsy. So if you were to make a hard cut or something like that, I'm not sure that stability in this would be the greatest. So again, something that I would say is more or less designed to wear casually. The question is, who would actually wear these? I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to wear these. Here's a quick look at both of the sneakers on feet, and as you can see, they're just as weird looking on feet as they are in hand. I would say less so the Predator Manias with the Ultra Boost bottom. They look a little bit more normal. Obviously, the Ultra Boost is a very popular sneaker at the moment. The Mania upper though, while it's very premium and I think very expensive looking, they do look like a pair of football boots that you're wearing around supposedly casually. So it's a very acquired taste. And then the ones on my right foot, they're just strange looking sneakers. I'm not sure that I could wear these out in public without feeling like everyone is just staring at my feet for the wrong reasons. I think that these are both sneakers that feel quite good. The materials are impressive. They're both very comfortable. Both run true to size as well. I would say that this is maybe a little bit more narrow, where these are gonna fit kind of pretty much everybody. This Boost You Wear outsole just feels kind of strange to me. But in general, they're both sneakers that you might wanna have in your collection if you're a Predator fan. As far as actually wearing them though, it would take an acquired taste. As for the actual football boots, I have to say that both of them feel really good, although I definitely prefer the 19.1 that is sporting some black reflective SR4U replacement laces, by the way, because the original white, black, and red Preds also had black laces, so it's only right, and I think it looks pretty cool as well. Available at sr4ulaces.com, but you already knew that. I think that they feel better, mainly based on the better lockdown. There really isn't a huge difference between these two in terms of, I guess, the differentiation between a normal Predator 19 Plus and a normal Predator 19.1. They actually don't even feel that different on feet, if I'm being honest, just because of how soft the regular prime knit material is anyways. But as you wear them in, you definitely notice that the leather stretches a little bit more and the overall shape ends up being different because it kind of adjusts to your foot more so than the normal knitted material would. Either way, they feel really, really good. I just think that the Predator 19 Plus for $350 is a little bit overpriced, and you'd just be better off buying a Copa 19 Plus or a Copa 20 Plus if you really wanted a leather laceless football boot. But again, I think that these are a pretty solid effort nonetheless. These though are really good. This to me is my personal favorite variant of the Predator 19.1 so far. Really like the way that they feel, although still not probably a go-to option for me within the Adidas brand. There's just other boots that I would much rather wear. As far as width is concerned, they fit like regular Predator, so they're gonna be wide enough for most people, although I don't think either of them are super wide fitting boots. And as far as sizing is concerned, I'm wearing these both in my usual size 9.5 US, and the fit and the length is perfect. So if you're looking to order some for yourself, despite being made from kangaroo leather rather than prime knit, I would strongly recommend going true to size in order to achieve the best possible fit. And there you have it, a very unique assortment of Predator Mania themed products from the Adidas brand. Which ones would you buy and which ones would you burn? Anyways guys, that's it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to support it with a like. Again, if you're interested in any of these products for yourself, there will be links to the review pages down below in the description, where you will find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes to pick up any of these below their normal retail prices. If you have any questions, as always, leave them down below in the comment section, and I'll do my best to get an answer out to you as soon as I possibly can. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button along with the little bell notification so you get notified when the next new video goes live. You can find all my social media information linked down below in the description as well. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.